your turn to grab it, and I make this whole thing yours. Now work it out. Hey, said our hustler's work is never through. We making it 'cause we making moves. The only thing we know how to do. Said it's the only thing we know how to do. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We work hard, play hard, keep partying like it's your job. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We work hard, play hard, keep partying like it's your job.
Good evening, you're ready. We'll start the press conference after the match.
Great, and obviously deserved the victory. They shot it great, and we let our push shooting dictate our defense, and you can't win that way. Game one was ours, and we let it slip away. In game two, they totally outplayed us at every phase of the game. So we go back to Greece 0-2, not a good situation, but we dug ourselves in the hole with game one.
Preguntas para el entrenador. Question for the coach, please.
Alex Madrid, Eurohoops. Thoughts on Campazzo? I know Jul is injured, but did you expect him to be this important?
Who are you talking about?
Facundo
Campazzo.
Campazzo.
Who is that?
Facundo Campazzo, number 7.
Oh, Campazzo, okay. You know, he's a tough little kid. Like on one play, our power forward went up with him for a loose ball off a rebound, and he came up with the ball. I don't know how tall he is, 5'8", 5'9", but he came up with the ball over a 6'7", 6'8" guy. So he's a tough guy, plays really hard, plays smart, very good pick-and-roll guy, and his effort's terrific.
¿Más preguntas para el entrenador?
More questions for the coach?
From your Greece, do you have in your mind something to change your tactics at the upcoming games in Athens?
Well, unless I recruit some guys from the Warriors who can shoot, I don't know if we can change because we lost one game. I think we're here because we've played good defense. I do think we possibly could change personnel right now. And not a whole lot of options in changing personnel, but I think I'll look at the film and judge that.
Sí.
Can you make something to make Calates involved in the game when Tavares, their big man, is on the court?
Calathis had a poor game, but it was due to the defense of the guy playing him. Nick had wide open shots and didn't make them. So we got to give their defense credit.
¿Está bien? That's all, coach.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
It's our last dance. I want your super love. I wanna be inside your super love. I need the spirit of the sexual. I wanna be inside your super love.
We start the press conference with the assessment from Pablo Lasso and then questions. Good evening. First, to congratulate my team for the win. I think we had a very solid match. In general, I believe that our beginning helped a lot. I consider that offensively, Randolph's beginning was quite important. He didn't have a lot of impact on the other match without being bad, but he didn't score. And first scoring from Randolph provides some energy and security to the team that allowed us to have an advantage from the beginning that we maintain with the feeling of good control of nearly all aspects of the game. Happy because of the win, knowing that there's still a lot of playoff ahead. I always say that if we want to win in Athens, we'll have to play even better than we did at the Palace. Although I believe that today the Palace pushed us out because the fans were wonderful. I believe part of the team's success today was the atmosphere in the Palace from the beginning that pushed the team to do, from my point of view, a very good match and to achieve a win that puts us 2-0. But we still have a lot to work on the playoffs. Questions? Please identify yourself and the company that you represent. For Real Madrid Television, you were saying the other day that to win today we would need to play better than Wednesday. It's true that Panathinaikos didn't get 40 points till the end of the third quarter, so which was the key? What I was saying, I believe the offensive work was quite good in general in both matches. A lot on the on what we plan with not many mistakes. Of course, you're not going to leave the other team nil. You cannot do that. But we were able to control many aspects of the game regarding what's our tactics, plan, or whatever you want to call it. What I believe is that we had an energy and a focus team-wise quite high, which is compulsory in this type of games with this high level, and I believe that energy and that focus were key to control the match from the beginning, knowing that Panathinaikos is a very dangerous team. It's very dangerous in the open field. They're good defensively, they're athletic, and I believe that for that we needed to do many things well to win. Carlos Sanchez from Madrid. No one won the first two matches, none of the heads. So what does that mean for you and what you're doing? And even without Yul, which seems to be the most capital player from the team, it doesn't tell me a lot, really. I'm so focused on my team that I really don't look a lot to the other teams. I watch the matches, but I try to analyze as little as possible because I consider that we are probably in the most demanding stage of season, playoffs, best teams in Europe playing against themselves, playing among themselves, and no matter the results, I believe the other team will punish whatever you do poorly. That's why right now what I want is for my team to know that we have done nothing yet, we have an advantage, but I still think that we need to improve on the playoff, and it's going to be really tough to win another match. Congratulations for the win for the Porters Madrid. I would like to ask if today's win has an extra plus because the team throughout the EuroLeague lost 8 matches, but 6 were out. I don't know if now that you have to go away to get this second point on the series was really important. Thank you. What the team did during the season is magnificent. I believe our regular season, I don't know if it's the year that we had more wins, but 22 wins out of 30 matches against the best teams in Europe speaks volumes about what the team is doing. That provided a field advantage, then in the playoffs is not decisive, but of course you want it. That's something you look for the whole season, speaks volumes for the team for the whole season. So right now we were able to win very difficult matches at playing away, and right now we have the feeling that we have an advantage at the playoff, but we have done nothing because winning in Athens is very, very difficult, very complicated. And we hope to, and we're going to get the best Panathinaikos. We have the utmost respect for this team. Sometimes you said that your guards are the ones you stress more. I believe we had a wonderful match from Campazzo, so I would like to ask if there's something from Lasso player transmitted to Facu. I wish, but I believe Facu has his own features, and that makes him be a very important player. We bet on him already 5 years ago. He was a champion of Europe with Real Madrid. I think he worked a lot during this time to become the player he is today. And I'm happy for you asking me about him, because he played against a great match. But as I always say, Facu would be nothing without a great team behind him. So between Fabian, Rudy, Clement, especially, help him a lot to be even a bigger star in the match, especially missing such an important player as Sergei. Hello, Pablo de Sanchez from Madrid. I would like to ask about Prepelec, a player that you always say that he trains a lot, that you would like to provide more minutes than you were providing him during this season. And we see that he had a great match today. He was a great support for the Facu's rested minutes. And then we got into the dressing room and he was really happy, really excited about it. I don't know if he's going to be an important player with Jules being injured, or if you're going to be able to provide him more minutes while Jules plays. Well, I think I mentioned it the other day. Probably we're champions of the Super Cup because Clement had 5 or 6 magnificent minutes to win Vasconia. So when we bet on Clement, we knew what he is as a player, how he lives basketball. Let's say that as we also have a very good Slovenia, and I think it's a country that lives very good basketball. They know everything about basketball. They watch everything. They know everything. Did you watch this match against this other guy yesterday? So he's very much interested in basketball, and I'm really happy that things are going well for him. I think the year for him obviously was not easy, but he's a very high quality player, and he had to move on very difficult positions to get into a team on 1 and 2. He has great players around him, but I've never doubted what Clement can contribute with, and I never doubt about him. He can play better or worse, but I've never doubted him, and Clement is a very important player for us. Okay, thank you.